of TV23's Internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to High Plains Today. It is Monday, November 30th, 2015. I hope you all survived the holiday weekend, all the Thanksgiving, Black Friday. You know, today is Cyber Monday, as they say. On today's show, we'll be joined by Earl Watt. He is the publisher of The Leader and Times in Liberal. They got a big parade coming up this weekend. Now, let's take a look at some happenings. The winter storm that affected the viewing area over the long holiday weekend is finally going to move out later today. Now, all winter storm warnings, watches, and advisories that were affecting our area were set to expire at noon today. Now, both Victory Electric and Southern Pioneer Electric did experience some outages over the weekend, but nothing more than a few hours. The rest of the week should have sunny skies with highs in the upper 40s. We'll talk more about that coming up in weather. A 23-year-old Garden City man was killed Thursday afternoon when the vehicle he was riding in hit a patch of ice in rural Finney County, causing it to roll and eject him. According to the Kansas Highway Patrol, at about 4:35 p.m. Thursday, 46-year-old Joyce L. Moss of Garden City was driving a 1998 Ford pickup east on U.S. Highway 50, about a mile east of Big Low Road, when she hit a patch of ice. The truck went into the median and rolled. Josh Huber, a passenger in the vehicle, was ejected from the vehicle and struck by a 2006 Lincoln driven by 47-year-old Lucia Waite of Ulysses. 39-year-old Jeffrey Olivares appeared in court on November 20th after being extradited from New Mexico to face charges of murder in the first degree, intentional murder in the second degree, and unintentional murder in the second degree. All three felony charges are in conjunction with an additional charge of rape. Now, the charges were filed based on an alleged incident that occurred in January 2014 that led to the death of 28-year-old Jessica Blansett of Dodge City. Olivares' bond was set at $250,000. Now, Olivares is one of three suspects charged in the crime. His next court appearance is December 3rd at 1 p.m. for a preliminary hearing in Ford County District Court. Well, not everyone is up and cheery for the Christmas holidays. Dealing with the death of a loved one, facing life after divorce or separation, coping with the loss of a job, living with cancer or some other disease that puts a question mark over the future, and any number of other human situations make parties and joviality painful for many people in congregations and communities. Now, starting at 7 p.m. Sunday, December 6th, Sublette United Methodist Church has created sacred space for people living through dark times and holding out for healing and hope. Now, this service, called the Blue Christmas Service, will be hosted as spiritual but non-denominational and open to everyone. A special legislative committee studying options for reformatting K-12 public education funding in Kansas is gearing up for a clash of research studies about influence of spending on student achievement. 15-member committee's task is to lay the foundation of a new school finance formula, and the next meeting will spotlight positions of rival interest groups. Now, outcome of the committee's debate could significantly influence creation in Kansas of a new school finance formula. While the Kansas Supreme Court weighs the latest school funding lawsuit, legislators and Governor Sam Brownback eliminated the old formula and imposed a block grant system for the next 2 years. And the 2016 presidential race has come to Kansas. 6 Republicans seeking the party's nomination have paid a $15,000 fee and submitted a one-page form to compete in the March 5th Kansas Republican Presidential Preference Caucus. Now, the filing deadline is January 20th. More candidates likely will jump in before the deadline. Now, the 6 candidates already set to participate in Kansas are Jeb Bush, Ben Carson, Ted Cruz, John Kasich, Marco Rubio, and Donald Trump. The outlook is good that Carly Fiorina and Rand Paul will file, and maybe Mike Huckabee, Chris Christie, or Rick Santorum. They could also enter the Kansas contest. That's a look at some of the happenings out there. Stick around. I'll be back with a look at your sunny weather forecast coming up.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. 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 And here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back. Hey, this is a new shot. This is about 5 miles north of Sublette. We are looking back towards the south, towards Sublette, U.S. Highway 83 out there in front. It looks a little slushy, and it's still pretty overcast. Let's take a look at the readings here at the station. Still 28 degrees, 95% relative humidity. Winds are calm. Barometric pressure is falling. As we look at the current temps around, now you look at the temperatures. Everybody's pretty much in the 30s. Dodge City at 28 here at the station, but everybody else is climbing up. We look at the current dew points. Now you can tell why the humidity is so high. Everybody is pretty much, the temperature and the dew points are very, very close together. Although, here's a fun fact for you. Humidity in the summertime, warmer air holds more moisture. That's why it doesn't feel so humid today. Fun fact right there for you. Looking at the winds, all the winds are pretty much out of the west, northwest. Not a lot of wind out there today, and that is okay. As we look at our highs and lows as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport overnight, 30 was our high yesterday, 78 back just a year ago. Can you believe that? Low was 25 last night, 6 back in 1992. Looking at our forecast, going to be 37 today, mostly to partly cloudy. Winds are going to be out of the west at 13. Then tonight, it's still going to be a little fresh. We're going to be 19 degrees, winds out of the west at 10. And then tomorrow, look at that, sunshine, 42 degrees, west-northwest winds at 14. And then tomorrow night, 21 degrees, mostly clear. Winds will still be out of the west-northwest at about 11 miles an hour, so it's not going to be too bad. Let's take a look at our 7-day. You can see sunshine rolling in. All the highs are going to be in the 40s. There is a chance of precipitation rolling into the weekend. That is going to be a rain and snow chance both. But you can see the highs are going to stay up into the 40s. That's a look at our weather. We'll be back with markets and Earl Watt after this.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
I'm now joined by Mr. Earl Watt. He is the publisher of the Leader and Times in Liberal. Good to see you today, my friend.
Good to see you guys.
Haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, we've been...
I just haven't been hanging in the right circles, have I?
Well, you're in the right circles, and that's why you haven't seen us. But, no, we've been working on getting prepared for the parade and other things, but we've been burning the candle a little bit. So, and I know you guys have, too, here putting on the show every day.
Yeah. So, okay, you've got the parade coming up. It's happening Saturday. Whether you're ready for it or not, it's Saturday, right?
One way or another, Saturday, someone's going to drive away in a car. But, yeah, we will have the parade. Now, only once out of the 14 years we've done it did we have to delay it, and it was bad that day.
I think I remember that. It was bad. So didn't you move it? You moved it back like one weekend, didn't you?
We did. We moved it one weekend back and did it the next Saturday. That is not the plan. The weather looks like it's going to be in the 50s.
Tolerable.
And so just think of it, I think of it like this. Twice as warm as yesterday.
There you go.
So
there has been some years, though, it's been pretty fresh at the parade. It's been chilly.
And cold isn't the thing. It's wet and blustery that, can really mess it up. But if it's cold and calm, that's not bad, especially when you have these floats that are decorated up for winter. Mm-hmm. And it actually makes it work better to have that. But I prefer I'm a green Christmas guy. And so I'm fine with a green Christmas.
Okay. Well, if Christmas was this last weekend, you wouldn't have had a green Christmas. All right. So like I said, this is your 14th year that the Leader in Times has been doing this. And this is your 14th car, correct?
Right.
This year, you're giving away a 2004 Mercedes. Is that right?
2006 Mercedes.
2006. Okay.
Yes. And it's the first time we've ever given away a Mercedes-Benz. We've given away classic Cadillacs, Corvettes, Camaros, Mustangs. We've given away a lot of different kind of cars over the years, but never have we given away a Mercedes-Benz. So it's a first. And a lot of people, maybe you'd like to say, I'd love to own a Mercedes-Benz, but just couldn't do it. Well, here's your chance.
Here's your chance.
And it's free.
So before we get too far into this, all right, tell everybody how they can get registered to win this on Saturday night.
Well, first of all, you can go by any of the locations they're printed on the left side of the Daily Leader every day, but you can also look them up online. And all you do is you go to that business, the car will be parked there, and you go in and you register. There's no cost to it. You just put your name in, and you can go once to any location it's at. On Saturday at the Folk Art Festival, the car will be at the Folk Art Festival all day. So if you go to the Folk Art Festival at Seward County Activity Center, you'll be able to register there as well on parade day. But you have to be present to win. So you do have to come to the parade. But it's not a raffle. It's not it's free. We want you to go to these places and see what you're going to go to anyway and do your Christmas shopping. But while you're there, go ahead and sign up. Go to the Folk Art Festival, get your name in there one more time. And then Saturday evening, from 3 to 6, we'll have pre-parade entertainment.
I was going to say, because you have a lot of stuff going on during the day. I mean, there's going to be some vendors downtown. Downtown will be blocked off. There's singing, there's dancing, there's all kinds of stuff going on.
Oh, and you can't beat the dancing. The girls who come out from Dance Images, just incredible. They put on a great show, and you're going to want to come out and see that before the parade. But then the parade will start at 6 o'clock, and the car giveaway will be around 7. And you have to be there. And I can remember in years past that there's been people that you've called their name and they haven't been there,
And I remember one year a man from Liberal, who's an insurance guy, his daughter was behind the stage calling him saying, Dad, you want the car? You need to get down here. But he didn't make it.
Right. You get 1 minute.
You get 1 minute from when your
Now,
name's called.
In that case, there was actually
That was funny.
a stomach situation, and he had to go. He was at the parade earlier.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And then he had to leave and was not present at the time of the giveaway. Now, last year was the first name drawn. They were there.
Well, bam, they were there, and no suspense to it at all.
No, I mean, and I tell you what is kind of fun and a little sad is everyone there wants to win. If their name's not called the first, they want that next minute to go by quickly.
Yeah, they're probably going, oh, they're not here. They're not here. I'm sure they're not here.
We count down that last 10 seconds, and you can get, a few thousand people counting together down to zero so that there's another chance. But yeah, and the car giveaway is always a fun part of it, but the work that people put into the floats is just incredible. Some of the floats that come down and the theming this year is the country comes to the city, because we're encouraging anyone who has a tractor, a farm implement, a farm truck, farm animals, anything. We want them to come, bring it to the city, and come to the city for Christmas. So that's what we're trying to put.
You may have a herd of longhorns coming down Kansas Avenue. You don't know.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Wouldn't you love to see it? Bring them down, and let's bring the country to the city. We all come together as a community for Christmas.
So if somebody wants to get in the parade with their tractor, truck, even their float or whatever local organization, how do they go about doing that?
Well, every day there's a form in the paper that's printed if you want to get a copy of the paper, or you can go to news@hpleader.com and just email us who you are, what you're going to bring. And then you want to get to the staging area, which is 7th and Kansas, right there at Mirumba. You want to get to that parking lot about 5 so that we can get you staged and get you in line and get it all down. We've had years where on the cold years, we've had years where we're down to 20 floats, and we've had years where we've been over 50 floats. So weather has a factor in that, but if you're going to put something in, we have you come down about 5 o'clock so we can get you in line. You'll fill out this little thing that we can read about you. If you're a business and you want to promote something that's going on with your business, put in a float, tell us what you're selling or what you make or what your hours are, whatever it is. We'll read that when you come down front. If you're a tractor, you have an antique tractor, we'll read that. We'll have prizes for the floats. We usually have about $1,000 worth of prizes for the floats.
Can't beat that either.
So you can put your float in. You may have the best whatever it is that you are and win.
It's always interesting to see, too, on the floats, who puts the most with a little generator in their truck or whatever, who has the most lights hanging on a vehicle or a float. That's always fun to see.
And that's why we still do the float at dusk, or do the parade at dusk. There have been some who said, what do you think about an afternoon? But the people who participate say, well, it's not, you don't see the lights. And so we still do the parade right after dark so that they can use the lights on the floats. And that's part of Christmas is the decorations. And so that's been by the request of the people who put the items in the parade, that they like to do it just after dark. We don't do it way after dark, but just after dark we put on the parade.
Okay, so let's touch on this 2006 Mercedes that you're giving away, where people can see it, how they can get registered for it, because it doesn't cost anything to get your name in the hat for this.
That's right. And another thing we've added to that vehicle since we've gotten it, we always go around town and have different people kind of spruce it up and do little touch-up things. But Cartoons put a new stereo sound system throughout that vehicle, and it's a touchscreen deal.
That'd be nice.
It's going to be nice.
That'd be nice.
And so you can go around to the different places. I know it's going to be at the Scout and Outdoor Shop. It's going to be at a few different places between now and Saturday, and then all day at the
Seward County Activity Center at the Folk Art Festival, right?
Yep, and that's also no admission charge.
Right.
So you can go in there and see some crafted items, maybe find some unique items for Christmas gifts. You've probably talked to Ada or have Ada come.
Haven't talked to Ada yet, but yeah, we're going to mention it. Yes,
and
that's
so
always a big deal for them every year.
It is. It's great.
Huge.
It's huge and it's growing. And I know in some years they've gone to bigger buildings, even outbuildings. But I think this year it's going to be all in the activity center, and come out and see some of the crafts, the fun decorations, a lot of other things that they have, and sign up.
Sign up for the car. It doesn't cost you anything. And you can look on the Leader in Times and see where it's going to be at and when it's going to be there, right?
Yep, and you can go to leaderintimes.com. If you want to check it out there, you'll find the listing online as well.
Earl, I hope you have a good parade on Saturday.
It's a community's parade.
There you go.
It's for the whole community, and it's all of Southwest Kansas. Come to Liberal and enjoy it.
All right. Thanks, Earl. And stick around. I'll be back with some sports right after this.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here, 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 and here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
And welcome back. Hey, on Saturday, an ice-packed, frozen Salina District Stadium turf with sleet pelting on the field for much of the game. It was the Holcomb Longhorns' overshadowed defense that came up with a goose egg, shutting out the vaunted Holton Wishbone 21-0. That was Holcomb's very first Class 4A2 division title in football. Congratulations to the Longhorns. And it took a little longer than expected, but the Garden City Community College Broncbusters eventually pulled away from Western Iowa Tech for a 90-57 win to close out the Thanksgiving Classic on Saturday night. And being a Kansas kid, quarterback Joe Hubner put on a big show on Saturday in the Sunflower Showdown in Lawrence. The Cats beat up on the Jayhawks big, 45-14. And the Chiefs have won 5 in a row, and the Patriots went down to defeat last night. Let's take a look at our weather. 28 degrees, 95% humidity. Winds are calm. Barometric pressure is still falling. As we look at the 7-day, hey, it's going to start sunshine tomorrow. A lot of this wetness will be out of here, but there is a chance on Saturday and Sunday. Only a 30 and a 20% chance of mixed rain and snow. Go out and make it a great Monday, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. For free tips to help you save,